Hey everybody, what's going on? My name is TwoHeadedFlounder, and welcome to my series of Pokemon Champions. In this series, we're going to attempt to do everything in Champions for completely free. This is going to be separate from me uploading battles to the channel. I'll be playing on my main account to try and do the latter. This is more of a series instead. We'll have more fun, but also see how well we can do in this game for free. So with all that being said, I'm not sure if maybe I should have just glossed over all this. Apparently we can skip it, it doesn't matter. I think there is actually some points and stuff that we can receive for doing some training stuff, but I don't think the tutorial's going to be a part of that. So let's get our team. I'm just going to keep skipping this. I'm sure everybody's seen all of these by now, whether you've played it or watched someone play this game. So I don't think it's really that important to see, but I will give you a little bit of a in-depth look into our team picking. Alright, so I'll try and keep this part as brief as I possibly can, but I want to give my whole thought process for this tier list. So if you don't want to watch this, feel free to skip ahead. But I found an image online that someone made that shows you the Pokemon and the team that you receive when you pick the Pokemon. And I decided to make a little tier list to just kind of show what I thought. And what I came to the conclusion was Tyranitar's team is absolutely the best. You have T-Tar, who is a pseudo-legendary, great typing, great stats, has the Sandstream ability, and it can Dragon Dance, Rock Slide, do lots of great things in doubles. So, of course, it's up there. But then you have the team, too. You have Arcanine with Intimidate. You have Whimsicott with Prankster, Tailwind. You have Drampa that can nullify weather effects. You have the possibility of Mega Aggron, which in the right circumstances could be one of the more deadly Megas because the thing is so physically tanky that if your opponent only has physical attackers, you're tanking hits for days. And then Sylveon, like a bulky fairy type that can deal with the dragons and stuff, is a pretty decent team. I like it a lot. Down in S tier, though, Pikachu was super close. Really close. The one downside of the team is it's Pikachu. Pikachu kind of sucks. Priority exists. Priority is probably taking out Pikachu. You can run Focus Sash, but then you don't get the possibility of Light Ball, which is what makes Pikachu good. So there is things to be said. If you can play around with it correctly, you're good. But like Pikachu's probably getting taken out, like a Sucker Punch or Extreme Speed or something. But the rest of the team is phenomenal. Kingambit's one of the top guys. Garchomp's one of the top guys. Gengar is a really good Mega option. Zoomerl's just good in its own. It's better in singles, in my opinion, than doubles, but like it's still a good Mon. And then Gyarados is an Intimidator. It's got a lot of great things going on. Garchomp and Gyarados work well with each other. It's just a thing. Next up, Absol. So Absol's team, great team. Absol, not a bad Mon. Mega Absol, great Mon. For doubles, I just don't see it. If I'm going to make anybody on the team, it's probably going to be the Frostlass. But everything I've said about other teams kind of applies to this one. Garchomp, Whimsicott, Intimidator, and Arcanine. Corviknight's really cool. And Frostlass, a really good Mega option that sets up weather. And it can actually just set up the Aurora Veil too, which is nuts. Next up, Gardevoir. The team's not bad. It's a lot of good Mons, but like Bosno, it's not bad, but like what does this team do? What is it meant to do? Like I just don't see synergy here. Next up, Charizard's team. Again, not a bad team. Great Mons on it. Steelix definitely bring it down because it's one of the weaker options, especially for the Mega possibility. But like Zard Y's the best Zard in the game right now. And it's going to have the X kind of moveset, so you got to invest in it to change it. And Zard Y doesn't really pair well with a Azumarill. So I had to put it lower. Lucario's team, not too terribly bad. except you see the fact that it's got Victory Bell. And like Manetric's not the best one, and it's not really the best Mega to use. There is some things to be said about it, but like Victory Bell, even though it has a Mega now, it's not viable. It's probably never going to be viable, only in like the lowest of tiers. So like just any team with Victory Bell on it is unfortunately going to drag the team down. But like Sylveon, Manetric's okay. Gyarados and Frostlass, great picks. Palafin, I'm personally not the biggest fan of how Palafin has to work, so I think it's a little bit of a pain in the fact that it doesn't have anything that really wants to set up Rainford on the team is kind of I don't think Aggron really fits in to the team very well here, and Mega Beedrill is cool, but it's not amazing. But it's not a bad team. Then we have Altaria, great Mons on it, but it's got the Victory Bell, and I'm probably never gonna do Mega Altaria, so I had to put it a little bit lower. Snorlax team. Snorlax is a phenomenal Pokemon. Like King Gambit, great Pokemon. Hawlucha, great. Dragon, great. 4 of the 6 Mons on this team are weak to fighting, and the other Mons that resist it are pretty frail. So I had to put it lower just because, like, what are you going to do against a Machamp? You know, like, it's going to outspeed a lot of these guys, and it's going to put a big dent in your entire team. And then last but not least, we have Armarouge, who has Manectric, Steelix, and Victory Bell. And I don't really see the appeal of Armarouge. So, a little bit at the bottom, but that's how I kind of went about this. Alright, it's kind of a hard decision to make after going and analyzing all that, but I'm kind of thinking it's a toss-up between having Charizard, which we're going to have to rework because that's not optimal, Tyranitar, because it's Tyranitar, that's, you know, got built-in weather, and honestly Pikachu. Pikachu's team is not half bad. The only problem is really just the Pikachu. But it's kind of hard to pass up on T-Tar, but again, we're going to have to rework it. So, let's go with Pikachu. Alright, I guess it's already throwing us into matchmaking. I really wanted to just kind of overlook the team. I guess I could maybe also do that. I actually didn't even try to go to it, but it's really still in that tutorial stage where it really wants us to go ahead and just battle. So why don't we go ahead, Focus Sash Gyarados. That is a Quick Claw Gengar. These are absolutely some choices. The thing that sucks about, we're doing, I was thinking doubles, we're doing singles. If that's the case, I'm sure this is fine, honestly. Let's just bring a special attacker. Something that could hit Aggron on the special side and hit Sylveon, ideally. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not really into 3v3 single battles. I think it is too hard to anticipate. When it's a 6v6 and I can do my thing, I can do my thing, but 3v3 is picking 3 to go against 3 and just picking incorrectly sometimes. It really just rocks, paper, scissors, and it's not a whole lot of fun. But T-Tar probably not going to do much. I don't think he's going to have any ice moves, so probably free to set up in its face. Actually, I'm not even sure if we're Rough Skin or if we have Sand Veil, so we might actually be able to just avoid damage altogether. But I'm sure we swept at this point. Yeah, it's a +2 Garchomp. Not much can really take hits from it. Barring, like, maybe Mega Aggron. Kind of said that was our best option. It might be even more said that its best option was Seed Bomb against us. I just noticed we can skip. I don't know though. Do we get anything for just outright winning? Like, do we get battle points? Stuff that we can use to hopefully reset some of these move sets. I think we're definitely going to have to do something about the outfit sooner or later, but I don't know if we should focus on getting our guys and stuff first and useful items, or not making myself look like that. I swear, new Pokemon games make you look incredibly awful, and there's not much you can do about it. Alright, we're starting off with 10,000 VP. I thought it was BP for some reason, but apparently not. Alright. Alright, we're going to get a free Dragonite. I did want to mention that we were going to get some free Pokemon here, but that kind of just does it for us. So, let's go ahead and claim these. It's going to also suck that we're not going to be able to get any of the extra rewards and stuff. But again, we're trying to do this completely free. Is that Is that Zard? Is that Emboar? Anyway, we'll do this off camera so we don't have to bore everybody with this. Alright, and with that, we're finally done with the tutorials. Of course, there's another cutscene. Of course. It's a cutscene for everything. I'm a full-fledged trainer, though. That's cool. Okay. First things first. I think it's in sub-menu. Yeah, mystery gift. We have to put in a code. I believe it's like this. Yeah, it has to be. The I and the O are not even available. Yay! So now, we have a Machamp as well. Cool. So now we have a couple more options. We're probably gonna just eliminate Pikachu from the team. Also, I want to just look over the stats of everybody really quick. We don't have to click on them, I forgot. So, max attack, max HP, adamant nature. Everything seems good there. No guard, dynamic punch, awesome. It's going to be a special Dragonite. It's better than our Pikachu. This is pretty much about right. Might want to change Supreme Overlord as the ability, give it a fighting type attack, but other than that, pretty good. Garchomp, Jolly Nature. Overall good. Rough Skin is the one that we do want. Huge Power, Play Rough. Yeah, everything's good there. Probably not going to be using Azumarill, but probably not Belly Drum, and probably not Superpower if I had to guess. Probably like Liquidation or Waterfall if it doesn't get Liquidation. Also, does Gyarados get Liquidation over Waterfall? It's weird what Pokemon do and don't get it, but honestly, the natures are pretty much good to go. Probably not. I don't know. This Gengar might not actually be that bad. Like, this could be pretty solid, but definitely not with this. So let's go ahead and just do this for the moment. Alright, so we have 8 out of our 30 spaces taken up. If I have to delete somebody, probably going to be Pikachu. Actually, I don't know how this works. Having 30 Pokemon is kind of wild. But yeah, we're going to go and try and recruit some Pokemon. This is going to go a lot further for us. Alright. I wanted to time this correctly too, that I could get 2 free ones, but unfortunately my recording time did not quite make it. So, out of these, I don't know. I like Heracross as a Pokemon, but then we're gonna have to invest a lot into this. Adamant, weak armor. We still have to readjust the stats. Moldar's just not good enough, at least. Slurpuff, not even the great ability. Inner Focus might not be bad. We have to rework the stats, though. I'm trying to avoid reworking the stats if possible at this moment in time. But even this one, we'd have to change the nature because that's just not gonna go well for us. And I don't know about this one. What ability does Mega Meowstic get? Honestly, it might just be Alakazam, just because there is potential for things that we can do with it. But we are going to use one of our keeps for it. And then we can do this a few times, so let's just dive in. Alright, we have him a champ. We might take Arcanine. It's an Intimidator. Actually, that's not bad. Volcarona's pretty good though, but not with that UV spread. We could have Rain, but it's going to be an investment, which again, right now, not really what we're going to want to do. This is actually pretty solid, but the nature's horrible. So let's go with Arcanine. So we have another option for Intimidate. And yeah, I think we will keep it. Oh, we got one of the rainbows. So one of these should have a title. Victory Bell the Sociable. Unfortunately, it's Victory Bell because it's not very good. If I have to be honest here... Well, see, this would have been a great Alakazam to get, but... I like Tauros. Hisuian could be cool, especially with Ceaseless Edge. Is that the one that puts down spikes? Yeah, but it's very weak. I think we're just going to go with Tyranitar. And it's going to be a permanent recruitment because, I mean, come on, it's T-Tar. This is kind of a hard one. We'd have to rework that for Mega Starmie. I think I'm going to go with Venusaur in this one. I guess we're just going to have to do a trial one, and if we want to keep it, we'll have to do something about it. Rescue Legion's really good. I think we're just going to go back to Skelegion, honestly. Like, it's just too good of a Pokemon to pass up on. Well, there's Incineroar. Also Jeez, I feel like my brain just died trying to say that. Archaludon. Ditto's probably better just for like singles, but I think we gotta go with either Incineroar or Archaludon. This is like better out of the gate. I mean, we have to change a few things about it, but like this one's more of an investment, I feel like. So let's go with Incineroar. And it is another Intimidator, so it's hard to pass up on those. They're just too good in doubles. Orthworm's pretty cool. Would work really well in conjunction with our Garchomps. That might be something I want to do. But Melodic with competitive already on it is also super good. I love Appleton. It's like one of my favorites, but I don't think it's good competitively. I've never even tried. I think I used that on a singles team like once. Snorlax's really good, but again, like we'd have to mess with everything. I think we're gonna go with Orthworm. Even though Melodic really is probably a better choice, there's more synergy that we can work with at this moment in time. Alright, our last get for right now at least. We have a couple options for weather. Zarina. I believe Zarina can't be hurt with priority. Maybe not this ability. I think it's called like Clean something. Oranguru, a Trick Room. We could do some Trick Room strats. It wouldn't be too bad. We got some slow guys. Water Absorb. Still no, like, free reign. It's gonna sound weird. I think I'm gonna go with Oranguru. Even though the rain would pair well with... Oh, okay, we do get one more. Rain would pair well with our Basque Legion. Alright. This might actually be the worst ones yet, but we do have Trick Room, and this is EV'd pretty well. So, welcome to the Team Crabominable. Never thought I'd see the day, or never thought I'd ever say that. Alright. Alright, we got some VP back. We should probably buy some items. Probably buy the important ones first. I don't think we're gonna buy any resistant berries. And we could like go with some of these, but at the moment I don't think they're really necessary. What is definitely necessary is gonna be, I mean, Shuka and Yachi are pretty good, but and Chopul. Chopul? Wait, where was... Oh, we already have citrus, right? It just straight up gave us citrus to begin with. So I don't have to worry about anything like that. Could just buy some music and an outfit for us. But... Alright. We have Alakazam, but we're probably not going to use it. I believe we have Gengar. Gengar is a really good Mega, so that's probably first on our list. We didn't, unfortunately, get a Kangaskhan or an Aerodactyl. Those would have been awesome. Already, there's so many Megas to choose from now. It's wild. But we did get Crabominable, so we will take that. Again, never thought I would see the day I'd be prioritizing Crabominable. But here we are. In case we want to use Pikachu, but it's better if we had Rain, but I didn't take any Rain guys. Alright, so let's go make a team first, and then maybe go back for some item purchases. I mean, we can go get another guy. It's a little out of order. I apologize, but, you know, when the game gives you some stuff to work with, you gotta do some stuff to make the best out of your starting situation. your freebie situation. This one's a little bit better EV wise, and I think Symbiosis is actually a better ability than the one we had. So it could work well in conjunction. But I could be wrong. I might have had telepathy. Telepathy might actually just be better. We could have Mega Lopunny. Mega Lopunny, it's kind of like pseudo Mega Kanga. I think we are gonna take Lopunny. Alright. Alright, so we did take Lopunny, so we're gonna definitely grab the Lopunny because, I mean, we can't pass up on the opportunity to use it. But that being said, what do we do with our team? Maybe we should make two just to see how we feel about things? Alright, so this is what I came up with. Mega Lopunny, just because, like I said, it's kind of like a pseudo Mega Kanga. When it evolves, it's going to get the Scrappy ability, so we can hit Ghost types with fighting and normal type moves, which means we can fake out and do some other cool stuff. Other than that, I thought maybe we're going to definitely change some of the moves on these guys really quick, but I was thinking maybe if we did a King's Rock Garchomp, because it's incredibly fast. If we put Rock Slide, we can have an extra flinch chance, so that might be cool. Because we're not buying any items other than the ones that we have right now, just to conserve VP in case I want to keep anybody or whatever have you. Focus Sash on King Gamut because it is 4 times weak to fighting, which is super common, and it just means we'll be able to survive the hit. Figured in case we ran into any electric type Pokemon, we could run the Gyarados site, so we could become not a flying type. So we'll probably put a Crunch or something on this moveset as well. And then just a nice Intimidator, because I figured with Garchomp spamming Earthquake, we need somebody immune. Dragonite could actually be a good one, but I don't really know if I want to run that many Ice Weak Pokemon on one team. Speaking of Ice Weak, we have a Resistance in Incineroar, which is pretty much, other than the ability and Double Edge and Brutal Swing, I guess, but good to go. Citrus, it's pretty much the most common. And then I'm going to go with Venusaur. Not entirely sure about this moveset, but we can change things again. So let's try and make another one. Alright, so what I decided here was maybe do a Trick Room team with the Crabominable strategy that I was thinking about. And then have a couple of slow guys. And then I figured, not that I don't think it's a good idea to run 3 Megas on a team. You should probably have 2 Megas and 4 guys, so that way you're not like, who do I Mega here? But with the lack of items, it's kind of like, really, what do we put on Tyranitar? So I figured we'll do Mega Tyranitar, because it could be potentially something we could do under Trick Room, in case like Carbonable or somebody's in a bad matchup. But also, we don't want to be just insanely slow. So we're going to run Alakazam, and I am going to change the moveset, but it's going to pair well with Crabominable as well, because we might be able to do a speed swap to give Crabominable Alakazam speed. So it's kind of like a reverse Trick Room scenario. But other than that, we have Dragonite. Why not go for Mega Dragonite? So I did actually just spend another 4,000 VP to get these Mega Stones, but I think they're worth it. We're going to have to get them eventually anyway. There's only like a handful of Mega Stones that are just don't even touch, right? So somewhere down the road, we're going to pick these 2 up because they're 2 of the best Pokemon in the game. And like Crabominable, it just seems fun and something we can do right now. But I'll be right back after I adjust the movesets. So I just found out if you want to adjust movesets, you have to do a permanent recruitment, which is pretty bad, honestly. It's not great. So I think I'm going to have to make a third team and see if we can just kind of recruit those guys after getting some freebies or something. Alright, so I'm thinking this is what we're going to do with King Gambit. I think I'm going to leave the speed just in case we can use that to outspeed other King Gambits that we run into. But what I'm thinking is Brick Break looks like in damage calculations is more likely to just straight up KO an opponent, like opposing King Gambit. I mean, obviously there's other factors we gotta throw into this, but I think that's more likely a better thing to do than the low sweep, which only does about 80 to 95% on a full HP one. So we're gonna run Brick Break also because, I mean, hey, if we run into any Aurora Veil or Screens, we can also just completely remove them. But yeah, we're gonna change this to Defiant, keep Adamant, and we're gonna go from there. Alright, for Guard Shop, I think this is pretty straightforward. We're just going to change Outrage to Dragon Claw so we don't get locked into it, especially with a bunch of fairy types running around. And then just change that, what was it? It was Rock Tomb? Yeah, to Rock Slide, just because we're going to try for that King's Rock flinching strat. Alright, so for now I think we're going to keep Gyarados like this. I made it a bulkier variant just to kind of synergize a little bit with the Intimidate ability, but it looks like it doesn't get access to Liquidation, so Waterfall is being kept. I kind of want to change Earthquake, but I really don't know what to put. We're not running a Mega Gyarados, so I would put Crunch over it. And like same thing for Ice Fang, like it's just good coverage for something on our team at the moment, but like it's not like, do I run Icy Wind, but then Dragon Dance is kind of irrelevant? Do I just do Icy Wind and Protect and Crunch? I don't know. I think this is suitable for the moment, just so we have a bulkier option on the team and some coverage. So, and for Machamp, I think we're just going to run Knockoff over Bullet Punch. Losing priority might be problematic, but I mean, like, it's Bullet Punch. It's not super strong, and there's not really a whole lot that we're going to get out of it. So, and I think with that being said, I think our team's good to go. The only other thing I could maybe think about doing is giving Dragonite like Hurricane or something in case we go against any rain teams. Thunder maybe, so we can do like deal with Pelipper or Politoed. But I mean, I don't know down in the bottom lower tiers how much we're really going to run into that kind of thing. So I'm just going to leave Extreme Speed so we have some form of priority on the team. I did, after all, get rid of Bullet Punch. Again, not the greatest of moves, but we spent a little bit of VP. We still have a bit left. I don't think we invest that into clothing right now. It's really more about building up the Mons and the teams that we have. So, with all of that being said, let's finally hop into our first double battle. And unfortunately, I think we'll be using either of those two teams, and we are at our team limit, so I also got to keep that in mind. Alright, looks like we found one. I don't see a shiny on their team, so this could be a bot, but Hydreigon and King Gambit are pretty scary, and so is maybe the Abomasnow. So what I'm thinking is maybe we lead Machamp. It's really the only thing I have to worry about is Hawlucha, and I'm not too terribly afraid of Hawlucha, especially if we lead off with Gyarados with Machamp so we can get an Intimidate off. Other than that, we should definitely bring some sort of special attacker. So why not go with Dragonite? Because we do have Fire Blast. We do have just Draco Meteor. So that's always a good thing. And I think for the last one, I am going to just bring King Gambit. Just because that Sash could actually be really good if we can bait something like Hawlucha into attacking it for the turn. Looks like they have an outfit. This might be a real player. Kind of an ugly outfit, but it is an outfit nonetheless. Okay, so going here, I am kind of worried that we could get paralyzed, but like Machamp's really slow to begin with, so it's not really super scary. But Abomasnow potentially setting up. Oh, actually, it didn't send up the weather. But it doesn't mean it can't still mega and set up the weather. But I think for right now, I'm just gonna double target the Snorlax. We will get the confusion off on it and potentially a flinch with Waterfall. So if we can just immobilize Snorlax for the turn, that's perfectly okay with me. But we might just take it out with a Dynamic Punch as well, which of course we did. So Snorlax is definitely the bigger threat out of the two. Essentially with no hail, or it's snow now, right? With no snow getting set up, like, I'm not really worried about Abomasnow doing anything. So yeah, King Gambit. I could Earthquake just in case it does have a Choppleberry, or I think we're just gonna double target here. I don't think we really need to, but in case it's sashed, in case it has a berry that's gonna protect it. Okay, I think we are playing just a bot, so. Well, it's okay to just double target Pokemon too. If we can just keep annihilating his other guy before he can do anything, we can just make it a 1v1. Alright, so I'm actually thinking we're just going to Dynamic Punch Abomasnow now and go for Waterfall on Beedrill. If it megas, it megas. Again, I think we're just playing a bot, so this will probably just take care of it on its own. Pretty much, almost. And again, there's nothing to really worry about from these guys. It's unfortunate that I think it might always give you. I think I remember seeing people talking about that. It might just always give you a bot for the first battle, but who knows? Maybe they've updated and changed something since then, or something else. The outfit's what really threw me off. Like, I didn't see any shinies on the team, and I didn't see really anything else. But you know, hey, it's our first battle. It's our first one. I wonder if the computer, though, if it is a bot, gives you a lead that is beneficial to what you pick. I'm wondering if it reads that and kind of does that for you. But hopefully now we are free from the bots and we can get an actual game going here. I don't know how rank 4 really works, so I've been out of it for a while on my actual account. Alright, we got another battle. This is straight up the team, I think, that Tyranitar just gives you. So, I mean, it could be possibly, but maybe the Japanese name is telling me it's really not another actual player. But I'm kind of thinking maybe these two as the lead. So if it's Whimsicott or Sylveon in the lead, we can hit it with Gengar, and then Machamp can hit Aggron or even Drampa and Tyranitar. And then we'll probably have Garchomp in the back. And then probably, I want to say King Gambit, but it might be better to run another special attacker. But we have 4 times super effective move for a couple guys with King Gambit and Iron Head for the fairy, so I just feel like it's a better choice. We did just learn that an outfit doesn't mean anything, so this could just be a bot too. We're going to see Aggron, Arcanine lead. Probably getting intimidated here, which is fine. I don't have much to worry about, I think, from either of these guys, but I'm thinking we double target the Aggron, just so in case it's sturdy and in case it mega evolves. We might just be playing against another bot. Scary face. That is actually kind of problematic onto Gengar. That was the fastest thing. Now Arcanine will be the fastest thing. But Aggron's down, so that's fine. I was really just worried that in case it did Mega, we might have some issues. So if anybody's going to Mega, it's probably going to be this T-Tar. So I think we are going to go ahead and Dynamic Punch it, and I guess we'll just go for Sludge Wave, which is going to hit everybody, but I think that's fine. I definitely thought it was Sludge Bomb, not Sludge Wave, so yeah. Alright, this could be bad. We could get double flinched. Hopefully that's taken out. Thank you. Even at the -1, that is still 4 times super effective from an Adamant Max attack from a champ. It's gonna hurt. And the champ didn't really appreciate taking that hit, but it was the best move I think we could have gone for. Just in case, after, you know, the Intimidate, it barely hung on. Let's go ahead and attack here. And I think we'll just switch into Garchomp. I think Temper Flare might kind of be like stopping Tantrum, like it might do more if the move failed or something last turn. Grandpa actually managed to hang on there, that's pretty cool. I mean, it's not surprising after the Intimidate, but still. The champ is going to go down. But we got Garchomp in, and we just got the Earthquake, and we're good. So I guess we'll just send in Gengar, and I don't know. I kind of put myself in a bad situation where nobody can really avoid the Earthquake. I didn't think about that when putting the team together, which I need to start doing. But I guess we'll just go for Icy Wind and an EQ. I mean, we'll take our own Gengar, but it doesn't really matter at this point. No. There goes the Drampa. Yeah, I want to say this was another bot battle. I think even a new player knows to put a Mega Stone on their team. Or just not go for Scary Face multiple times on Gengar. Of course, the Cursed Body procs on the end of the game just so I can't use Earthquake again. That is also something I gotta like keep in mind. Like, I can do that to myself, which could screw me over. Alright, going into game 3. Well, I don't think this is a preset by any means, so... Oh, no, this is definitely the Guardy preset. Well, no, okay, so the Guardy preset has Azumarill and Heracross. So this is slightly edited, which is kind of cool to see. Dragonite for the other Dragonite and Drampa and Corviknight is probably something we're going to want to do. King Gambit for Guardy and Abomasnow. But other than that, I don't know what we bring. I think that's kind of the problem here. I think this could be bad. This could be really bad for me. But we'll see. I think as long as they don't lead Guardy, we're good. This might actually be a real person. Alright. Yeah, the Guardian lead's really bad for me. Oh, and then that's just in the perfect slot too, so that's great. This is pretty bad. I don't know if Machamp's surviving the turn, but I think, yeah, that Intimidate on me also really sucks. It would have just been better if Guardy had copied something else. Okay, so I think we kind of have to go to King Gambit for this, and I think we'll Ice Fang into Drampa. It's not great because Drampa's more of a special attacking Pokemon, so the Intimidate lead really just kind of sucked here, but I don't really want to switch out both, and we did effectively avoid the Psychic Noise, which is good. Ice Fang could flinch and or freeze, so there's that. And we're just going to get Thunderbolted, so that's probably just a KO. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Oh well, that happens. There's not really much I can do. It's just a really, really awful lead. Yeah, let's go to Dragonite. The multi-scale will keep me effectively fine, and we could Iron Head into Guardy because it's just our best option. And honestly, the best option here is probably just a Mega Draco Meteor, the Drampa. I knew the Guardy lead was going to be a problem. Let's see how this pans out. Draco Miss would be awful here. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. Well, there's our multi-scale gone. And it's probably going to get taken out by Drampa now. But at least Guardy is bye-bye. You know, if I had led King Gambit with Gyarados, that would have been pretty good. Oh, okay. Now he's going to target King Gambit. That's fine. That's perfectly fine. We have Sucker. And we got burnt. Oh my. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Okay. So now, like, what do I do? What do I do? I'm probably getting taken out with... Oh, jeez. This is going to be a 2v1 for the rest of the battle. I'm probably getting taken out with... something on one of the guys here. I think I have to double into Bombasnow. Unfortunately, the Fire Blast will do a staggering amount as long as he didn't protect. I don't know. I don't think King Gambit will... Well, I know. Bombasnow has really... Okay, it doesn't matter. I just went double into Bombasnow in case we missed or something, but I definitely should have Brick Break here. Alright, Drampa is healthy, and it's going to have more special attack now, but it's actually going to keep targeting King Gambit, which is perfectly fine, because we have Machamp in the back, which will outspeed Drampa and take it out with Dynamic Punch. Really, the only thing we have to worry about here is if it's Sylveon, but it's not. It's Dragonite, which is still problematic, but we have Ice Punch for Dragonite. So it's kind of a... I think we double into Dragonite and hope Machamp can take whatever Drampa will want to do. And this might not work. We might get outsped by their Dragon. Oh, no. We Mega'd. Our Dragonite should just straight up be faster than their Dragonite. But we have to break the multi-scale, and we have to take Dragonite out this turn. I don't think there's any other way. Okay, so if our Dragonite goes, no big deal. But our Machamp is really what we need here. So Machamp will outspeed Drampa because Drampa is so slow. As long as we can take the hit. Which we might not. Got a special attack boost, a Draco could decimate us. Even a paralysis here would be horrible. You can't make this up! You can't make this up! Oh! Oh! I forgot about the Lumberry! Huge! That's huge! Oh. Everything that could go wrong in this battle went wrong! Oh man, we deserve that win. We freaking deserve that. Guardy in the perfect slot to get the Intimidate on my guys. I got burnt. Like, we missed Draco. Oh man, that was a roller coaster of like our first actual person battle. That was insane. Wow. Alright, I think we're gonna end it here. Just because like I need to recuperate from that one. That was a wild ride. But before we do go, let's see if we got anything that we can use. Fortunately, oh, I didn't know that was a thing. At least we got refunded. That's nice to know. But yeah, wow. Alright. What I did want to see is, like, the reserve tickets, the teammate tickets. That's what I want to see. Looks like we will get one at level 5. And level 11. So as long as we play, we can keep a couple of our guys. And I think, you know, when we recruit some more down the road, I think we'll skip on recruiting for now. I think that'll be for next video. But when we do that again, that'll be pretty good for us. And yeah. Alright, thanks for watching, everybody. Hopefully I'll see you in the next one.